Here's how any Fiverr seller can create a high-ranking gig in minutes, boosting the chances of you getting your first orders within a week and really propelling your online business. Because personally, I get too many messages from freelancers saying that they're struggling to secure their first orders. And when I started my online business on Fiverr like 3 years ago, it took me 3 weeks to rank my gigs on the first page. And now, with the amount of knowledge and experience I have over those 3 or 4 years, I'm going to show you the simple techniques of how to create a gig that will rank within the first week. And just to back up what I'm saying, here's one of my gigs currently ranking on the second page. And here's another one of my gigs in a completely different category, ranking on the first page. Now, this is something I do every single time I upload a new gig, and this is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do. And in fact, we're going to upload one of my new gigs today because I have a few to upload. Now, on my profile right now, I have 9 different gigs, and this is something I'd always recommend to kind of diversify your gigs as much as you can. Now, as you can see, I work as a spokesperson or video presenter, and generally I just create video content for clients. They send me a script and I create video content for them. And right now I have 9 different gigs, but generally they're all very similar. The only difference is maybe they'll be in different backgrounds, different settings, different styles. So for example, we can see, okay, I've got green screen video, I've got social media ads, I've got UGC, screencasting, and also YouTube videos as well. Generally, they are all very similar, but this is something that you can do rather than just have 1 or 2 gigs because you think your service is so niche or you can't really think of what other gigs to offer. The more gigs you have, technically the better, as long as they're not all under the same category, which we'll get to later. But basically, the more gigs you have, the better, because then the more eyeballs you'll have on your profile. So for example, what you could do, let's say you're a website designer. What you could actually do is obviously have your website design gig, but you need to specify that gig as one type of website design. For example, it could be portfolio website design. You could have another gig where you basically optimize people's websites for SEO. You could also have another gig which basically does monthly management of their website. So you can diversify your services, basically bring in more clients to you, and you can kind of break up that one service you do into multiple different gigs. And that's exactly what I've done here. And in fact, right now, I actually have another, I think 4 videos. So here are my videos already edited. These are 4 new gigs. So I recently uploaded the UGC Pro gig. Right now I have the video sales letter, the e-learning gig, the trending video style, and the UGC number 2 video. So as you can see, I have 2 UGC videos, plus I'm actually going to be making another UGC gig as well. So you can make various, but the only thing that you need to be careful of, don't make them the same, because Fiverr will deny your gig. You can't have multiple of the same gig. That's not allowed, but you can kind of mix them up a little bit. As long as you show that they are different, that's absolutely fine. One more thing very quickly. I've got a trending video style here. So with the trending video, in my head, I had this really cool idea that nobody else is doing at the moment on Fiverr. But generally, I haven't really fully thought it through yet. I don't really know how to package it on Fiverr. This is going to take some thought. And this is one thing, when uploading your gig, you can do it quickly. And today I'm going to show you how to do it relatively quickly, but in a good way that allows you to still rank your gig high. But basically, I don't know how I'm going to package this yet. I have to do some more research. But generally, one thing I do know is nobody else is really doing this right now on Fiverr within my niche. So it's going to take a little bit of time to think about. Another thing I also have already is all of my thumbnails. This is another big thing I completely recommend. So not every single gig will need a video. Generally, every single gig will need a thumbnail though. But not all of them will need a video for them. So basically what I do have is all of my thumbnails sorted. So just take a little look at these real quick. So we have the YouTube one. And top tip right now, if you are new to Fiverr or on your thumbnails, you're not putting that much effort in, stop and start putting effort in. Your thumbnails are so important. A little bit like on YouTube, your thumbnail is what's going to get clients to click onto your gig. And this is super important. So really put the effort and time into your thumbnail. And one thing, do not just copy what the top sellers are doing, because everybody is copying them. So try to make your thumbnail stand out, be a little bit different. So that's exactly what I've done here. YouTube video spokesperson, office style spokesperson, social media, e-learning, VSL, Pro UGC. This is my trending video one, so we'll get to that one later. And this is the one we're going to be uploading today. So create your UGC videos. So again, the thumbnail actually pretty cool. I think anyway. I've gone in the style of YouTube. And the reason I've done this is because a lot of thumbnails you see, especially if it's like website design or writing or like copywriting, you see actually people put so much information on their thumbnail. But think of it like YouTube. The least information on your thumbnail, the better. The main thing you want people to do on your thumbnail is to see it and want to click. That's it. If you're going to put paragraphs of written information, people are not going to read it, okay? That's for your description. So save that for your description. So right now we are going to go for the UGC one. I have the Pro UGC already. So to do this, all you're going to do is go to your profile on Fiverr, real simple, click Create Gig. Now, I'm a pro seller, so I have two options. I can create a pro gig or I can create a normal gig. There isn't really much difference. Basically, with the pro gig, what happens if you create a pro gig, it takes a little bit extra time for Fiverr to manually view that gig and decide whether it is good enough to be a pro gig. This will normally take 2 to 3 days for them to accept it or not accept it. If they don't accept it, you have to create the gig again under a normal gig. However, there's no difference. If you create a pro gig, it will still show up under normal gigs anyway, so it's no big deal. Therefore, I'm just gonna go for create a gig. Now, first things first is the title, and this is a big one, and this is exactly where keywords are gonna come into play. Very similar to YouTube, okay? So we wanna basically create a title that's gonna capture our clients and kind of get them to click on us. Now, obviously, this gig that I'm doing right now is for my second UGC video. So what we're gonna do to make this real simple is we are going to open up a new browser. So I'm gonna use Google Chrome, for example. Make sure you're not logged in, just so it doesn't collect your cookies and things like that. Right now, I'm gonna type in UGC, and we're gonna have a look at some of the top creators, okay? For my niche, because it's video creation and my face is on it, generally you'll find that clients will either want a man or a woman. It's that simple. So for the women, okay, there are some women that are doing really fantastic, but generally they're not my direct competition. My direct competition is only gonna be the men. Obviously this will change depending on the service and the niche that you're offering. But for example, let's go with, we've got a few here. The top layer, as you can see, we have ads. So these are all paid ads. They're paying to put themselves at the top. So I'm not really going to take too much notice of them. I want the ones who are organically at the top. So this guy right here is actually killing it. I will create amazing UGC, TikTok, or Reels videos. However, the only thing is, his intro video is a mobile phone. So he's gone for the typical, like very natural, organic UGC. And actually on my video, it's not like that. So we can take his title into account, but his gig is not really the same as what mine is going to be like. However, if we look at this guy here, Trevor, his is more to my style. So again, he's in a very similar boat to me. So he's also a pro user and top rated. He's got 7 orders in queue at the moment, and his basic gig is starting at $215, and that's for a 15-second video. And guys, just very quickly, if you don't offer UGC content or video content, I would honestly recommend you look into this, because creating UGC content is super profitable and it's so easy. Normally the client will just send you a script, you then have to record that script to the camera, and then you send them that video. It's super easy and you can make a lot of money from it. So this guy has a very...
I'm Trevor, a seasoned content creator with a passion for turning visions into captured reality.
So his video is very similar to mine, to be honest.
I specialize in crafting high quality video ads
and it's exactly the same style that my gig is in. So let's have a little look. So we've got, I will create vertical UGC video content for TikTok, Reels, and YouTube. So generally he's got a few keywords in there which are really useful. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy that, and we are going to use ChatGPT just to speed things up. We're going to paste his title in there for now, and we'll come back to that in a second. Now, let's see who else we can find. I want one more good person. This guy, Dave, he is also 18 orders. Again, though, he's gone for the mobile phone style. But he is also charging $110 for 15 seconds. So this could be a potential one, but again, it's not really my style. Do you know what we can... okay, this guy, Jacob Stephen. This guy is massive. And I know this is an ad, but he is actually killing it with the whole UGC and video content. So let's just have a little look at his. Okay, I will record pro UGC ads for your brand. And his video.
If you're looking for a top quality UGC video that brings in high click.
Very similar to the style I'm going for. Let's just have a little look at his other gigs real quick. I think this is his best UGC one, to be honest. So I will record pro UGC ads for your brand. All right, then let's copy and paste that. Take it to ChatGPT, paste this. Now, just a quick disclaimer, guys. I am not a pro in ChatGPT prompts. I really am not. I will normally just keep writing until it gives me something good. Okay, so what I'm going to say is combine these two titles to create one unique title for my freelancing gig. Keep it short and focus on the keywords, plus start it with I will. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT can give us. I'll create pro vertical UGC video ads for TikTok, Reels and YouTube. Okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah, that's not too bad at all, to be honest. It's pretty basic. I think we can do a little bit better. And what you can do very quickly, another little top tip, if you are a Fiverr Seller Pro, so basically that means if you're in the Seller Pro program, which is a paid program, it's either $19 or $29. I'm actually a part of it. So let's just, what you can do is go analytics. Sorry, Seller Plus, not Seller Pro. Go Seller Plus, and then you go keyword research. Let's open this in a new tab. Okay, so here, if you are a part of this, you can actually look at what keywords are getting the highest amount of clicks. So we go category, let's go to my category, video and animation. Let's go to UGC videos. And then we've got a few different options, UGC ads, organic UGC or live streaming. For this one, we're gonna go UGC ads. Now we can see, okay, so overall ranking. The first is just UGC, keyword UGC. Then we have UGC creator, UGC video, UGC ads, UGC German, TikTok UGC, UGC content. So generally everything's to do just with UGC, maybe UGC content or UGC video. Okay, those are gonna be our biggest keywords for this. Therefore, if we go back to ChatGPT, I will create pro vertical UGC video ads for TikTok, Reels, and YouTube. Generally, this is okay. I think I'm going to get rid of, let's copy and paste this into our gig, but I think I'm going to get rid of the vertical, to be honest. So Fiverr already says this is a little bit too long. Let's get rid of vertical. I will create pro UGC video ads for TikTok, Reels, and YouTube. Now, one small change which you could do is I might change ads for content. Okay. Again, sorry, we need to get rid of this extra I will. Okay, so Fiverr is saying it's just perfect. So you can either have, UGC video content, UGC video ads. So that kind of works. We've got quite a few keywords in there. So the title, always really focus on the title, really put a little bit of effort into the title. Don't worry about copying other sellers, because the fact is there are going to be thousands of other sellers in your niche, and having the same title as another seller is going to be inevitable. It will happen for sure. So copying other sellers and their titles, it's fine. It's not a big deal. If you can make it a little bit unique, that's also great, but it's not a big deal because there are going to be multiple sellers with the same titles, so don't worry. Next up, select a category. So Actually, Fiverr already do this for you. They suggest categories. So again, UGC. And then again, I have the types of services. Yeah, so UGC ads, organic UGC, and live streaming. And just in case you don't know what these are, if we go back to Fiverr. So for example, up here, we have video and animation, UGC videos, UGC ads. So he has his gig under UGC ads. Whereas the other guy has it under organic UGC. Now, what the difference is will be how many people are in those brackets. So as we can see, organic UGC, we have 3,200 results. And UGC ads, we have 2,200 results. So actually at the moment, UGC ads is probably a better niche for me, or a better subcategory for me to go into, because there is less competition. So you can always check this and just have a look at the other competition in your niche to see what categories they put themselves under. All right, so let's go with UGC ads. And then we've got to do some gig metadata. So explaining if we're a man or woman. We can go through this. This one, it doesn't really matter that much. Obviously the language matters because people can search via the language, but it's not such a big deal. Age range, platforms. Again, this is all not so important. Again, video styles. Yeah, obviously I can do all of these video styles, but I can only select 3. So let's go unboxing, product demo, and how to. Perfect. Now, next up we have is positive keywords. This is another real crucial point and a really important one actually. So positive keywords, these are kind of SEO tags. So these are, let's say, the hashtags or the SEO tags in which kind of categories your gig is going to show up under. And basically it will just kind of push it into those categories that a little bit more. So if we go back to our competition, let's say, we have, let's go back. All right, so we've got Trevor here. To find out what tags he's using on his gig and to find out anybody's tags, all you have to do is scroll right away to the bottom. And then right here, you'll see related tags. So his tags are UGC, spokesperson, and UGC video. Okay, let's go see what Jacob is doing. Scroll right down below the reviews. We got UGC, video ads, AI, TikTok ads, and tech. I'm not a big fan of the tech and AI tags, to be honest, because I don't think they'll be that useful. But what you can do is literally just go have a look at some more competition and then find the best tags which are going to work. So for example, for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put UGC was a big one, UGC video, TikTok videos. I'm also going to put spokesperson because that's kind of what it is, and spokesperson is a good keyword. And also I will put, let's put UGC ads, or I could even go for UGC content. Okay, so we've got our 5. And then what you have here is negative keywords. So again, as you can see, this is a benefit of me being in the Seller Plus program. It's not a big deal. Negative keywords means that basically people, if they search for a term, you will not show up for that kind of term. So for example, for me, I could put testimonials. And it means anybody that searches for testimonials, because I don't offer them, anybody that searches for them won't contact me. And basically they won't see me, so they won't be able to contact me. Therefore, it's kind of not wasting my time. However, people contact me every day for testimonials anyway, so it's not such a big deal. Don't worry about it too much. Once we've done that, though, that is right there, that first page is probably your most important, to figure out the title and your tags. That is probably one of the most important parts. Once we've done that, click confirm and then save and continue. All right, we're on the next page. This is all about your packaging, your pricing. So the best thing to do here is really to look at what other people are doing. You don't necessarily have to copy what other people are doing, but look at what other people are doing. So if we go look at, let's say this is Jacob, we can see his basic package, 1 to 15 seconds, then up to 30 seconds, then up to 60 seconds. Generally, the difference is not much. He just changes the B-roll shots. Otherwise, there's not really much difference. And also the monthly use rights. So generally they're very much the same. And of course you can go and check other people's as well, see kind of what they're offering. But in the UGC niche, mostly everybody is doing the 1 to 15 seconds or 1 to 30 seconds or 1 to 60 seconds. That's just how UGC tends to work. What you can do, and this is something that I would probably do later on, is create another UGC video, but do it differently. Don't just copy what everybody else is doing. So I wouldn't do just 15, 30 and 60 seconds, but I would do like 3 videos, 6 videos and 9 videos, because generally UGC videos are for people's TikToks or Instagrams, and they want more than just one video. So what you could probably do is do like a bulk price for 3, 6 and 9 videos instead. And that's actually probably a gig that I might think about doing in the future. And you could probably implement that into the kind of service that you're offering as well. So that's that. One big thing I would say, I'm not going to take you through all this because it's going to take too long, but this is actually quite self-explanatory and we'll skip to the next step. But one big thing here is what I would say, this does take some time. Figuring out your pricing, figuring out how much you want to charge, it will take some time. If you're new to Fiverr, don't go crazy high because you have no feedback, you have no previous clients, you have no experience, nothing to show. Therefore, unfortunately, you are going to have to price yourself lower to start with until you get a few orders, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 20 orders, and then think about increasing your price. Don't keep your price low all the time. So for example, a big thing that's happened with a lot of people I know is, for example, they start very low at like $5 or $10. And actually it puts clients off. They don't want to purchase that gig because they think the quality they're going to get is actually going to be pretty bad. For example, if you paid $5 for something and you've got another service which they're offering, let's say $30, and another service which is offering $100. Obviously the $100 one, you're thinking, wow, this is going to be really good, but $100, I can't really afford it. The $30 is actually going to be the sweet spot. It's going to be good, it's affordable, and you're actually thinking, okay, there's going to be some good results. $5 or $10, you're thinking, okay, the result I'm going to get is probably going to be pretty bad. So you actually have to put your mindset in the mindset of the client, okay? So really think about that. Start off low, but generally increase your price as soon as you can. Another great way to actually increase your overall orders is through upselling. So, and Fiverr do this actually really well. And I like this because sometimes a client will actually place an order with me and what was a $100 order turns into a $300 order purely because they've added on so many extras. So it's like ordering a pizza. You order a pizza and then, okay, do you want extra pineapple, extra ham, extra cheese? Everything is an extra and everything costs extra money. So Fiverr do have a few extras here for you, okay? So if I want additional running time, I can say how much it's going to charge and for how many seconds. So you have many different things, script writing, for example. But the great thing is you can also add your own. So think outside the box here. Think about what other sellers are not actually offering and start making them. Start offering them yourself, okay? So for example, one big thing would be, for me, which I offer that not many other sellers offer, is custom outfits. So I create video content and a lot of my clients actually want me to wear their shirt or t-shirt with their logo to keep it like very branded. And I offer that. I normally charge between $50 to $70 for that service. And of course, I'm making a profit from that. It takes me 2 seconds to order online, but I'm also making a profit from that. So everything you offer as an additional extra, make sure that you make a profit from it. Another real easy one I do is video compression. I only charge like $5 or $10 for this, but basically when a video file is fairly big, maybe 700 or a gigabyte, I can compress it for them. They can do this themselves as well because there is free tools online, but generally a lot of them will just purchase for $5 or $10 video compression, and I will compress it down to a more manageable size, for example 100 megabytes or 200 megabytes, so they can easily send it to their friends or whatever. So you can actually really pick services that they can do themselves, but they'll just pay for it because it's more convenient for you to do it than it is for them. So that's the big thing there. Just really focus on your extras, okay? Let's go to the next page. Okay, so we're on the description page, and this is something that you do need to spend a little bit of time on as well, but I'm going to show you a little bit of a faster way to do this. Now, the description should be maybe a little bit of an introduction about yourself. It should be exactly what you're offering the client, maybe some optional extras which the client can choose from. And also you can put a link in your description to, for example, your portfolio as well. That's exactly what I have. Now, quick way to do this is we need to go back to our competition, and let's have a little look. Okay, so his description right here, okay? Feel free to send me a message with your script before ordering. Then he has a bit of like salesy jargon. So unlock the hidden potential of your product or service with my expertise in video marketing and sales. Then he has, here's how our collaboration will work. Okay, so that's quite good. The collaboration part is good. The rest of the description, I'm not a big fan. It's okay, but I think it could be better. But what we're gonna do for this example, because not everybody is such a creative writer to start writing the description from scratch, like from zero. Yeah, I even struggle with that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy his description. Again, we're gonna go back to ChatGPT. We're gonna paste it in here. And then let's put a little divider. And then, because we don't want to exactly copy somebody else's description, we're gonna find another seller who's also good. So, okay, we've got Trevor again. And let's see. Okay, his description is not that good. I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest, because it's just a block of text. He hasn't highlighted anything. He hasn't made anything bold. And you have these tools to use actually. On the Fiverr description, you have bold, you have highlighting, you have bullet points. He's done bullet points, so good on him for that. And generally the description's okay, like why choose me, what you'll get, perfect for. These are not bad, but 100% it could be better. But generally we're gonna copy this as well, and then we're gonna paste it. Okay, so now we're gonna give, now ChatGPT has two different descriptions, okay? Now I'm gonna ask it to create a freelancing description for my, we won't put Fiverr actually, for my gig by combining these two descriptions. Make it unique and compelling for, let's say, make it unique and compelling for clients to understand and want to purchase my services. Okay, let's see what happens. Now, Fiverr, on their description, there is a maximum of 1,200 characters. I could put 1,200 characters for ChatGPT to give me, but if you've used ChatGPT before, you know that it's terrible at counting words, so I'm not even gonna bother. All right, so it's giving me this, okay? Why choose me? Expertise in vertical videos, okay. I don't like how it's giving it bullet points, so let's just ask it again. Remove some of the bullet points and make it more into paragraphs. Let's see what it does. Okay, here we go. Why choose me? In the age of TikTok, Instagram, so this is a salesy, what you'll get, perfect for, how our collaboration works. So this is a bit better, but again, I would keep asking ChatGPT to kind of adjust things. And in fact, I did this a couple of days ago just to show you. I think it was this one. Yeah. Okay, so I actually asked, my prompt was combine these freelancing descriptions to create something that's understandable, unique, and sells my potential clients on my service. And then again, I just pasted two descriptions and it gave me this. Hi, I'm Ollie, a certified TikTok expert and top-rated UGC seller. So pretty good. A little bit of an intro at the very start. Why choose my gig, my specialties, how our collaboration works, additional services. This is pretty cool. I wouldn't use all of this, but this is a very good starting point for you to kind of be creative from. So what we can do is copy and paste this. It's not all going to fit in here because Fiverr have a 1200 character limit, so you have to then delete some stuff and reword it, but at least you have a blueprint and a skeleton of what you can now start being creative with, because a lot of this stuff is good and it reflects what you offer. You just have to adjust it a little bit yourself. So I would, my specialties, I would get rid of that. I would maybe get rid of a few things here as well while I choose my gig, but I would definitely take advantage of the formatting tool. So why choose me? I would have in bold. I'm a certified TikTok expert and top rated UGC seller. Cool, highlight it, boom. Yeah, just so it really stands out to the potential clients. So that's what I'll do with the description. One big thing with the description, and you've probably heard this before, that you need to really have an SEO bulletproof description. It's not necessary. So with the description, basically, with your gig, really all that matters is your title and your tags. And the thing that's gonna help you rank to the top pages is your clients. So you need to be getting orders. They need to be giving you feedback. And then, if you've ever ordered on Fiverr before, you'll know this. But once you rank a seller, a couple of days later, you will then be sent a survey from Fiverr saying how was your experience? Was the seller good? And then you can rate them again. This survey will directly impact the algorithm and help that seller rank up. Okay, so really it's more about the title, the tags, but moreover, what the client says about you and if they're happy. If you're getting low ratings, Fiverr is not going to push you up to the front. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so once that description's done, you can move on to the FAQs. FAQs, these are obviously frequently asked questions, which clients should be asking. A lot of the time, I don't really bother with this because clients don't read them anyway. And just to give you an idea of where these are, so let's go to Jacobs, okay? So this is Jacobs. We've got the description, and then we go down, we go down, we go down, we go down. Oh, there's FAQs hidden amongst all of the other writing. Okay, he's got how do I get started, and he's written a little something there. Don't go crazy with these. You can add one or two. Generally, clients do not read them, okay? You will have maybe a handful of clients that will read it, but most of them will contact you and ask you these same questions anyway. So there's not really much point, so don't worry. And then we go save and continue. Okay, here we are. So next page is the requirements. Now, the requirements are when somebody places an order on Fiverr, they pay for the order and then they will be shown the requirements. These are the requirements that you set. So these are basically questions you're asking the buyer and they have to provide you answers so that you can do the project correctly. And you really want to be very, very particular on these because it will safeguard you. So for example, you want to put questions there that will help you complete the project and do the project. If you kind of skip this or put very basic questions, the client can come back later and say, oh no, sorry, this is not what I wanted. Okay, but you didn't say anything. Well, yeah, you didn't offer any requirements for me to say anything. So this is where I am very particular. I do put requirements here. So for me, I would obviously put a script, like what is their script? I would set this as required as well because I need a script. We can add that as attached. Then other things would be like the outfit choice, the background. And also I would put a question here of any additional information I need. So literally I'd write additional information that I might need. I wouldn't put it as required. I would, turn off required, but this allows you to make sure that the client is giving you everything. And just in case, for example, you do the project and the client comes back to you and says, no, sorry, this is not what we want. Okay, but in the requirements, you've put exactly this and I've done exactly what you've asked me to do. Yeah, but we still want to cancel. Okay, let's get Fiverr involved. And then Fiverr will see that actually their requirements match exactly the delivery that you did. And you are safer. Not completely safe, but safer. So really make sure to get the requirements that you need for this, okay? Don't go crazy with like 15, 20 requirements, but get the ones that you really need to be able to do the project. All right, so once that's done, we can click save and continue. And here is where you can upload your videos. So not all gigs will have a video, but a lot of them do now. And you can drag and drop your video here. This will be your gig video, so people can watch it. You can also upload your thumbnail and any additional images you want. Also a PDF as well. So PDFs are pretty cool. Like if you want to be able to give more information and make it look a bit more professional, not everybody seems to find them, but generally they will be there if they scroll along. So one big thing as well, on your video. So let me try and show you if I can. Let's go to edited videos. Okay, so right here, this is a video that I'll be using. All right. At the end of my video, I have put my thumbnail. I've actually put my thumbnail in the video itself. And the reason, I don't know why it keeps flicking, this is Google Drive, but the reason for that is because when somebody is flicking through the mobile Fiverr, basically they will see just your video. So you know when you scroll through the different sellers, they will only see your video. Whereas on your on the desktop, they'll see your thumbnail. So what you need to do, and I will show you this real quick, what you need to actually do is go to upload your video with your thumbnail and also upload your thumbnail separately. Then let's click on one of these. For example, if I go to edit my gig, go to gallery. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to play your video, because once Fiverr actually accepts your order, this video will just be paused, like the actual screenshot will just be anywhere. So you need to play it, you need to go up here to the edit. Okay, to select a thumbnail, pause the video at a relevant frame and set preview, yeah? So what I do obviously is go right to the end, there's my thumbnail, set as preview. That's something you need to do, okay? Because otherwise they're gonna be met with something like this. That's gonna be your preview and it looks terrible. All right, I have my thumbnail as well. And then for me, I have a PDF of the backgrounds that I offer. That's kind of all I have, to be honest. Just to show you actually the requirements as well. So requirements, okay, your script, outfit choice, background choice, logo, website, any additional information you'd like to add, speed of speech. Because for me, sometimes people come back and they say, oh yeah, you're talking too fast or you're talking too slow. And I'm like, yeah, but you had the option to put in the requirements what speed you would like, and you didn't fill it in. So this is your fault, and now this will be a paid revision. So this is something really worth doing. And then once that's done, you can literally hit save and continue, and your gig will be published. So your gig will be published, and it will take Fiverr maybe normally 30 minutes to 1 hour to accept your gig. At the time it's accepted and your video is accepted, come back onto it and again, edit the video so that it shows your thumbnail. That is super important. Otherwise, your gig is now live. It is SEO optimized. This is probably the fastest way. If you're not like a creative writer, this is the fastest way to upload your gigs. I have 4 gigs right now that I need to upload onto Fiverr, and it's gonna take probably about 2 hours of my time just to upload the gigs. So it's not a fast process. It's not a 5-minute process. You really have to sit down and do it. So I really hope this helps. And yeah, this is exactly how to post a gig on Fiverr. Now guys, I know this was a long video and I really hope you found some value in it. I've literally departed all of my knowledge onto you guys about how to create the best ranking gig you can. So I hope you found it useful, and if you did, definitely drop a comment down below. And on screen right now is another video that you should probably go check out. So I'll see you over there.